I'll try and call it when I switch perspectives. I have a view of both perspectives, so I'll be able to see kind of our outfield. But right now we're taking a look at Griffins starting off into this kickoff. We'll see who gets this off.
And certainly on the Swift stick.
It said Swift stick. Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
it's Swift stick, right?
Is
Yeah.
it the mini skinny pea?
Oh,
A quick goal right off the bat for the, what was that? The Griffins. Griffins, yes.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Oh crap! I forgot I can't watch without being in here.
Oh, it's all fourth caster.
Skinny, you're
All
able
four
to look at my stream and see my OBS as to who I'm watching at the moment.
We're
Are you
casting
on
with
Twitch?
Creative Yes.
I'm on
casting
Twitch,
with
yeah.
Creative Commons.
Okay, perfect. I'll
Yep.
be over there.
Skinny, we have the Swift stick number 1 in here. What do you think about Sarek using that broom?
Everyone should use it. It's the best.
Even keepers? Even seekers?
Yeah.
Sarek has Sarek taking possession, losing the incoming pass.
All right, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
We currently see Fatty Momadi lining up with his team. Switch over to their perspective on the Squires right now. The one-timer lineup.
We're getting sitting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Again, some hoop setting action, but not as goated as mine. Unfortunately.
Fatty with the pass.
Oh, my, with 2 people sitting in hoops active. Okay, that is crazy actually.
Sarek takes possession. We'll switch back over to his perspective over on the Griffins. It's going up
Sadly,
against
we don't
Time
have
Bomb.
Seeker POV, right?
Unfortunately, we do not have Secret POV.
I feel like they're pretty even right now.
Pretty even. I
Maybe
feel like right now.
Squires have a bit more.
Yeah. Yes, Lasir, this is the first match of the series right now. All right, Sarek taking possession again. We're going to switch to see Fatty's perspective here real quick. Does he get the steal? He does not.
What a miss.
Squires in possession currently. And they failed. We'll go right back to Sarek in a good top hoop.
He's doing interesting shots. He's just drifting like downwards or something and then just picking the top hoop all the time.
I mean, Amos is kind of carrying.
Yeah, of course, but I feel like it's working pretty good against Time Bomb because he's like not playing close, but also not playing reaction keeper. So it's a pretty good counter.
Yeah, right now we see the Squires just struggling to take possession of the ball.
I think now both teams should go for Seeker, kind of.
Yeah,
They're like almost done, and like now's the time where it matters to get the tackles in.
yeah, both
so
teams are
you-
pretty
you
close on the
can
snitch
catch.
right now.
It's very, very even.
Sarek able to take possession right now, and he's able to just pass right back to keeper. Switch back to Sarek's view right now over on the Griffins. A nice one-timer lineup right past Time Bomb.
Snitch and shows and Snitch. Oh wow.
Snitch catch as well. Griffins going a strong 60-0 lead right now.
Well played. Not as close as expected, I would say.
Yeah,
This game, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Snitch game,
I-
yes, definitely.
I didn't saw like much chases interacting with Snitch game, especially at the end, with like 2
Yeah.
people setting up.
Sarek taking possession again, and the Squires just aren't passing where they need to. Keeps getting intercepted, keeps getting stolen from them. They're going to be switching back over Squires' perspective. Fatty with possession.
Missed pass.
The Squires have to do a real good comeback now.
They
to get
need the
these
second snitch.
back. Definitely, yes. And they need like some goals in here.
Possession goes back over into Sarek's hand, looking at the Griffins. A nice steal over by Fatty. See if he can hold on to it. Sarek's eyeing him, but a pass back to keeper.
They hold. Never mind. I was about to say they're holding for hero kick, but
Sarek almost was able to get that steal. Going back to Fatty on Squires. A long pass to Harry. That was open for an interception there. And a quick pass there.
oh, he could have just scored.
He could have scored. And the
was
hoop
pretty
sitting. They are
Yeah.
right now. We're
that's
seeing the Griffins sitting in hoops right now, really defending those shots.
That's like the third time they do this with 2 people in the hoops. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
going back to Griffins. Sarek with possession.
I kind of see the thread here. They have like the Sarek in front with the Swift Stick, just the main scorer basically. and he's never going across midfield. And then they're playing with 2 defensive chases here.
Yeah. Right now, looking at the snitch gameplay though, the Squires are ahead by a sizable amount.
Yes, yes. Looks like they've died sometimes, right?
Yeah, and we do see that hoop sitting right there. They did
Oh.
come out, and Squires were able to get a goal. Currently 10-60 favor of the Griffins winning by quite a lead.
No. No, the
Right
punch
now,
is
if
the
the
counter
mentor
as well.
doesn't die, it looks like pretty much he's gonna get that.
No.
So,
Definitely still open.
Interception by the Squires right off kickoff.
oh,
A
no.
pass play and a
Oh,
score.
nice. Oh my.
That was a close score.
Okay.
That's interesting. Sometimes I feel like they could have just scored and then they shuffle back. That's kind of interesting to see.
We'll switch over, seeing Sarek's perspective.
On the mid stick.
Oh, very nice.
One time attempted, but failed.
Now the Jesus shot there tried to come out, but he just ended up passing to a teammate, and it kind of messed everyone up. He does take possession back. It's
Snitch
stolen
is
from
really
right away.
close.
Snitch is really close right now.
I feel like the mentor got tackled sometimes. He lost like quite a bit. And he died, I think. By keeper.
Sarek
That's
instantly taking
very
possession again.
unfortunate.
Going back to the Squires right now. Fatty in possession.
Passing around.
Squires are
mentor
now
after-
down on as far as the snitch gameplay goes. Griffins are ahead.
We might not even get a second snitch. That's gonna be very close.
30 seconds left. Switching back over right now, seeing Sarek's perspective as this kickoff goes from Time Bomb. Time Bomb's
He's
holding right here.
0.
Nearly
Looks like
slips
it
up. Going back to Fatty in possession of the ball now. 20-60, 10 seconds left. Snitch catch might go to the Griffins if they can get this.
I don't think so.
Would be important.
No, they just bumped. That's not gonna happen.
A last second
Oh.
score from the Squires.
Damn.
That would be big if they catch there. That would be very, very big. But
There we go. Taking a look
Some-
at the Griffins right now. Definitely a 60-30 lead. It was definitely the snitch that came down to that whole gameplay. That second one never got scored on, and the first one was neck and neck.
I feel like the first snitch was kind of a wake-up call for both teams. Kind of looks like the Griffins and Squires focused more on the Seeker. That's why the Squires scored more. I'm not sure if that's the way to play for the Griffins though. I think if they're like that oppressive on the chaser game, they should just keep doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. Still, it's technically still a tight chaser game, 3-3. But that's just too close to come for me. Like, I definitely feel like both teams should focus more on snitch.
Also, by looking at the Griffins strat, they have like Sarek with the Swift Stick always sitting in the mid, and then 2 active defensive chases, sometimes sitting in hoops even. And the reason why that works is because the Squires are attacking with all 3. And if the keeper catches, he's just kicking out to Sarek and then he's basically free. I think that would be pretty easy to counter if you have like one in the
Yeah.
mid. Just tackling Sarek.
Just tackling Sarek, harassing him.
Yes.
It just feels pretty easy to counter against, but we'll see what will happen.
I'm going to see if I captured that instant replay I wanted to. There was a decent goal there by Fatty. Fortunate.
Unlucky.
I thought I had it set up, but... Alright, what we did just see now, and let me switch over here. We're looking at the Griffins. They stay the same, but over on the Squires, they switched in Sticks. So Sticks is now on the game for the Squires, and we'll see if that makes a change.
And also Nikki switch, right?
That's
Or-
Sticks. Nikki Sticks.
Oh no, it's 6. I'm sorry. I knew that. Crazy.
Good passing trucks. That's the first time for everything in life, is that?
Is the other team the same?
The other team did stay the same. It looks like Griffins still are running Big Save, Sparks, Squid Crow Horse, Vamp, Inoke, and Sarek.
Interesting. Kinda excited to see if Styx is getting more pressure on the Seeker. I thought after the first snitch they focused more on that. And I think Big Save died a couple times. Unfortunately, Dementor died too, I think, to the Keeper. Which was kind of unlucky there. They could have actually made a comeback.
Dementor was a leading for the longest time on the Snitch gameplay.
Yes, yes. At the end, he got tackled, I think, then bumped and then kicked by Keeper, and then he was dead. And
A
they just
series of
costed him
unfortunate
all.
events, yeah. We're just waiting right now for the teams to get queued up. Currently, there's 40 people watching right now. Welcoming everyone. Glad to see some people on a later night right now for Eastern Time. For Tux and Neo, we have both Birkin and Yene mentioning that we're doing a great job casting. Thank you for the follow,
you.
Swifty. Birkin, there is. So this match is currently happening. It was start time was at 5, and then there's going to be a match at 7 and at 9, and this is Eastern.
We already had like 2 matches, I think, today already, right?
Yep, earlier today we had Crazy Comms versus the Basilisk Brewers, and then right after us we had Hazy Dementors versus the Hellfire Hogs.
Who's playing today? Like later?
Later today, let me pull up what we
Oh,
have
it's
currently.
Trailblazing versus Oakshaft Owls, right?
Yep, we'll be having Trailblazing Thunderbirds versus the Oakshaft Owls. That we'll be having at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then Dumbledore's Army versus Revenant's Quidditch Club, and that'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh.
So we'll have a little bit of lull in which you'll be able to see Neo's failed bounce shots.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, we're just gonna see that
Yes.
for a couple hours straight.
There is no failed bounce shots.
If you score them, yes.
I am. I'll do it right now.
I think all of the other matches are mostly Monday, right? Or like late Sunday. Depends on what time zone you are.
Yeah.
Not EU friendly though.
I actually am interested to see if Squires adapting to the, I would actually say, unique playstyle of Griffins, because I never saw hoop sitting in comp before.
Yeah, there was definitely a
think-
lot of hoop sitting there from the Griffins.
Yes. They had like one on left and right hoop each, and then only Sarek attack, and I think that's pretty easy to counter if you realize what they're doing. But maybe it's kind of hard to see if you're in game. I hope that they take the break to realize that, and then you can just launch one attack after another if they're only sitting in the hoop. Can be
Yeah.
pretty deadly to them.
Right now, it looks like both teams, they might be just strategizing, taking a small break. Right now, we see Griffins, they're already in their queue, and we see Squires, they're already in their queue.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams just kind of not switch it up, right? Like, maybe Griffins are gonna be like, alright, we did some hoopsing, now we just, like, kind of change, like, our gameplay completely as well and just kind of catch Squires completely off guard. You know, maybe I'm overthinking this, but maybe it was intentional by Griffins. Maybe not. Maybe they're still gonna hoops it. If so, I don't know, it would be pretty interesting to say the least.
At the end of the day, what works. So, if you're winning with that, I guess go for it.
Yeah, but as we said, like previously, it's pretty easy to counter, right? So-
Yes. The question now is here if Squires are realizing what they're doing, and then I think they have to change up pretty quick mid-game, the Griffins.
The unfortunate part is they can time out the one-timers in order to be able to shoot through, but the chasers do have an auto grab, and with the current aim assist on there, if a chaser is right in the middle, even without the one-timer, they're able to save some goals. So you need to both be wary of a chaser and a keeper, and if they want to try and punch a chaser so that way they can't pick up the ball, then they need to pull another chaser into the gameplay just to score.
But I mean, they had I think 2 to 3 chases all the time there. If they time it right with the punch, I think it's pretty easy to score if they rely on the people sitting in the hoops.
Looks like the teams are getting ready to start queuing up again and queue into the second game here.
Also, I'm gonna be excited for I think it's leader change, right? On the Squires.
I think it is a beater change, yes.
So
Going back to my list here for the teams.
I think their main beater is playing now, in terms of what League 7 list says.
Yes, so they lost Hoopla. That's who they switched out to have Sticks in there.
Yes.
So the first round they didn't have their main beater, and now they switched out and they're gonna have their main beater. We'll see if that makes a difference in that snitch gameplay. Because Dementor was close both times. It was head to head,
Yes.
and he was winning.
At the end, I would say the Mentor should have played more alive, and maybe not go into the keeper range at all if you're dead high on the snitch. It kind of cost them the game there.
It did.
But at the first, I felt like when Sticks can get some tackles in here, I think the Mentor is definitely able to double catch.
WM, it is currently 1-0. The Griffins are in the lead, in which they lost, or the Squires lost by 30 points. It was a 60-30 gameplay, 30 points both sides for the Quaffle gameplay, but the Griffins were able to pull ahead on the Snitch gameplay and catch the Snitch just barely. It was a very close race. We see both teams queuing up right now, creating team we see on both sides.
I think the Griffins it is. They still didn't make a new party. Gonna take them like 20 seconds to make a team again.
Yep. I did just see on the Squires end they canceled their queue, so we'll see if Griffins cancel now. They're gonna have to try again now. In WM, that is a Malikos. I'll stretch for you. The ping definitely is something I didn't notice what servers they were on last time because I don't know where. I know the Griffins is a European team. The Squires are more of a North American team, but from our perspective, I didn't know whose ping we were looking at.
I think that was East, but I'm not sure. Sarek is Europe, right?
Sarek, since you were playing that last match, what ping were you guys on? I'm assuming North American East Coast servers?
NA servers, yeah. Two U teams NA servers, that's crazy, but actually not, sadly.
Yeah, it's sad.
Taking a look right here, the Squires. Dementor is European and Gertnet is European. Alex isn't playing today. They have It's Harry instead. So 2 Europeans and 4 North Americans on that team currently.
Yes. But 70, it's East Coast servers, I think. So it's definitely still playable.
Yeah.
You have 60 to 80, I think.
Yeah, definitely good gameplay, except for I don't know if I can speak as to the hoop sitting being good gameplay. If you look into the Quidditch rules, and I'm not going to be the person that goes, oh, we need cannon Quidditch because I don't want 2 beaters on the field, but there is a rule called stooging in the ages of, or through the ages of Quidditch, and stooging is a rule in which 2 chasers cannot be within the keeper range at the same time, and I think that would be kind of interesting if you've seen that keeper tether range is 60 meters where the keeper can go out. If chasers enter that area, if 2 chasers enter at the same time, I think it would be interesting for them to have a kill cooldown or countdown the same way a keeper does when they leave the range. So 1 chaser could enter the keeper range, but the moment a second one, then they could both have a chance of dying if they don't get out of there, or at least one of them. I think that would be something that Quidditch champions could implement, and that would help a lot with the hoop sitting problem that we're seeing.
That is very true.
Yes. I also feel like they could
though.
just make a barrier, maybe like a radius around the hoops where the chasers cannot enter, just in general. Because why would you be in the hoop at any point?
I think 1 defensive chaser is all right. There is some gameplay to having 1 chaser be more of a defensive one, and I wouldn't want to limit movement as far as being able to fly through the hoops or last minute intercepts or saves. But the fact that currently we're able to have 2 chasers in a hoop and then the keeper in the other one.
But at the other hand, you can also say it's a bit of Squires' fault here too if they don't take advantage of 2 chasers being passive there.
Right.
Because they have all the time they need for setup if they're just in the hoop.
We do see both teams got the teams right now, so we're going into the second game of the series. We'll see if Griffins is able to finish out the series, causing it to be a 2-0, or if the Squires are evening it up and going into game 3. Yes, WM, that would definitely help with Chaser swarming the Seeker possibly in those keeper areas. All right, right off kickoff, we're able to see that. Yeah, some bounce backs on the one-timers. Squires were able to get it on to the Griffin side of the field, but not possession of the field.
That looked kind of buggy though. I thought the Griffins won, and then he just kicked it back when the ball was already behind him.
It was very close. We just see possession stolen right back into Sarek's hands, but Sarek dies. Sticks being on that new the beater that they switched out is definitely making a difference already. Sarek's not able to hold the ball as he was beforehand. Gertnet with a good one-timer set up and a score.
Oh. I lost the game already more than the last one because I feel like the midfield is more even than last round. Last round I thought the Griffins were dominating first.
Switching to the Griffins perspective right now, we see Sarek ahead, Vamp with possession of the ball.
Definitely switching it up now with the gameplay.
They are definitely switching up a little bit. Sarek missed the pass, which is kind of detrimental there. Allows Fatty McMody to take possession. Sarek's stealing it right back, though. It's kind of back and forth right now as to who's getting it. Switching over to the Squires. Fatty with possession right now. Pass back to Keeper.
They might go for a hero, but not sure.
Snitch gameplay is looking 50-50 right now. Pretty close. And there goes Fatty.
Basically like last round.
Switching to Sarek right now on the Griffins. He's taking possession. Is he going to do a rear cam shot? Oh, it gets defended instantly. Good on them.
Nice. Nice intercept right there.
Now they have a pretty good attack, I think, here with 2 chasers in front. Okay.
There you go.
I think we need some more rings for that attack in order to get faster there. Because I just saw the rings from Griffins, which help Sarek here to steal the ball. It was
shot
so
by
fast.
It's Harry. That currently gives the Squires a 0-20 lead.
Pretty huge.
Snitch is still super even though. I think we need some tackles from both sides.
Yeah, we definitely do.
There we go. We're seeing Sarek getting targeted a lot right now. Switching over to the Squires' perspective.
I don't know why the beater is going for the Quaffle game that much. The Snitch is up to close though.
Sarek was dominant the first game as far as holding possession of the Quaffle.
Yes.
Also, looking at the Seeker race right now, it looks like the Griffins are slightly behind, and Dementor right now with the lead. It's getting really close to anyone's game.
But Big Save is pretty low. Like 1 kick or anything, he's dead.
Oh, you regen now?
A missed kick right there and full regen right now. We see Styx is getting low targeted, but Dementor with the catch. That is Squires with the lead right now, 50-0. Griffins without any goal. That changeup with Styx switching to beater is definitely making the difference, it seems, for this team.
Yes. Also for the interactions with the Quaffle game. It's not only for the Snitch game.
Correct.
We saw a lot of dead chases here, especially on Sarek.
A good
They
pass
might realize
by Fatty.
that he scored so much last round, and they kind of focused him here.
Harry with that one-timer, able to make that gap 60-0 right now.
Just dominating off both kickoffs.
Yeah, switching
Just
over
every
to the
time.
Griffins. Sarek lining up with the one-timer. Doesn't get the possession that he needed.
Try and get the intercept.
Yep, Sarek really trying there.
Yeah. No, I would still not go back though with a swift stick on defense that heavily as he is.
A nice shot right there by Sarek. That is wild. Really good
It's an
there.
interesting shot he's doing.
We're going to switch over to Squires' perspective right now. Currently a 60-10 lead for Squires. They definitely want to take this to a game 3.
That hero kick connected on the Seeker as far as I saw.
Yep, Sarek took possession. Right now we're watching the Griffins gameplay. They had pass back to Keeper. Sarek back with possession right now. He's got a lot of people on his tail and a bludger. He had the pass to Sparks. And another death. Sarek is just being targeted left and right. Fatty Momadi currently with possession.
Working.
It is
I think
working.
It's working. They've like a lot less pressure on the goals, and I think Sarek was their offensive player or is their offensive player, and by taking him out, they basically taking the offense out.
Yeah, Sarek
Yeah.
being that offensive chaser for the team, shutting him down. No goals are getting through.
I love to see that the Squires adapted to the playstyle of the Griffins.
For sure.
And by looking at who is the player we want to take out in order to minimize the pressure on our own keeper.
Yeah.
We are seeing on the Seeker gameplay right now, the Griffins are slightly ahead.
Yeah, but the question is, can they score 2 goals now without getting scored on?
Depends on if Sarek can stay alive. Sarek taking possession right now. We'll switch over to his perspective. He had the pass right away, and that goes right into... There we go.
And the hoop sitting starts again. Okay, never mind.
The counter hoots.
Counter hoops.
There's something very interesting with teams that are following some very unique strategies.
Indeed.
Right now.
But now it looks like
Nice.
Zave's gonna get that snitch if he's not getting tackled now.
Yeah, it's really close right
Oh,
now.
he
It's
got bumped. He got bumped.
a
That's
single bump. It's an
interesting.
even snitch game right now.
Yes,
And
I
a
think it was
goal.
meter thief
Goal.
even.
Sarek with another goal right there. Getting it close. It's currently 60-20 with the Squires
punch.
lead.
Punch connected.
If Griffin
Metros-
gets this,
Oh,
then
hero
all they need to
kick?
do is get one more goal.
What did you kick?
The
out
hero
here?
kick might save them the game if Dementor can catch here. Yes,
Dementor
it
with
does.
a
That was
catch.
so good.
That
the
was really
hero
good.
kick. Wow.
Yeah.
The other Seeker couldn't go in because of that. Otherwise, he would be stunned and then he would be completely out.
Yeah.
That gave Dementor the time to catch and line up.
Yeah, we're looking at
That's very well
90-20 for Squires right now. This is going to be going into a game 3.
That's very interesting.
Switching over to Fatty's perspective, he had a quick pass in front of the rings. 20 seconds left in the game. We'll see if they can close it out and get that 100, or if the Griffins are able to at least close that point differential a little bit, so that way they don't get as far behind. There they
Oh,
go. Sarek
works.
died
died for
once
that.
again, but he got the goal.
That's interesting. They still lost because of snitches.
That is true.
They're
Tight chaser
special.
game again.
That was a really tight quaffle game, but it came down to the snitch. We were able to see
Exactly.
both snitches get put.
But I saw less hoop sitting from Squires this match, and if so, only one and not two anymore. And I think this is pretty good for them because their defensive was way better in terms of tackling in front of the goal.
That is true.
That made a lot.
Also, Rajan, to answer your question, these guys are East Coast or East Division. If I
think they're
switch,
EU mostly both.
yeah, if I switch over here to the current map calendar, you can kind of see the East Division right here. The game that we're seeing right now is this Knockout Squires versus Griffins. There is another knockout inside of the same division, the Nifflers, but they got a bye this week. So we'll see how the other knockout teams go up against the Nifflers later on.
That was a pretty interesting and even match so far. I'm not sure if it was entirely the beater change. I think that definitely played a role, especially since Sarek died pretty often by the beater.
Even if it wasn't
Um,
necessarily the beater change itself, it was the actions that the beater took. If
Yes.
Hoopla could have done the same thing that Styx just did this match, but Styx focusing Sarek completely shut down the Quaffle gameplay from the Griffins.
Also, I think we saw some more bumps and some more interactions on the Seeker. It was close both times again, but the double snitch was definitely a factor here. That was
For
big.
sure. Welcome in, Sunset Driver.
So far, we have 30-30 on both matches for the Quaffle game, by the way. So that's more even out you cannot get.
Right now we're looking at 48 viewers. Welcome in, everybody who's watching currently.
Almost 50. Half of the player base watching one single league game. As usual, what would you expect?
The question is if Griffins are changing players now, or if they stick.
Yeah, looking at Griffins right now, they're still running the same squad. They haven't switched out anybody yet. I know the highly anticipated Ketchup was a favor to see in this matchup, but he's not here. Yeah, so DayTeasy, I will send the link here in a second, but there is currently a calendar in League 7's website in which you're able to see all of the match calendar in the games, East Division and West Division, and then there's a standings page in which if we look here, you can go ahead and see each teams. West hasn't played any games, it looks like, yet, or at least it's not loaded yet. Oh, there we go. And so you'll be able to see how many matches won, and you'll be able to see all of the stats and all of that as it gets updated throughout the week. This is currently week 1, so not everything's filled in yet. I'll go ahead and paste this link in here for the calendar. Take a look back at the Griffins now. Still no changes there. They're probably just going to get right into it. There's indeed a lot of teams. There's 26 teams in total, 13 per division on the West and the East Coast. Thank you, Claire, for the 1,000 bits. Much appreciated.
Claire hates money, just donated money.
Yeah, Claire told me that she needs something to dump her money. Just interesting.
It's crazy.
Indeed. She probably won the lottery or something.
Shameless little plug while we wait for these teams to queue in.
Oh wait, they switched in Lena, did they? They made a change.
While I
Who
go
did
ahead
they
and here,
switch out?
I'm just going to call this out just because I'm being selfish right now a little bit, but my father had a stroke recently, and during that, he was not able to work anymore due to a brain hemorrhage and a kidney injury that is causing him to be on dialysis, and he's not able to work. He was in the hospital for about 3 weeks, and so we have a GoFundMe. If anyone wants to donate, that is appreciated as well. I have the link in the description if you scroll down a little bit. So if people want to, you can. Otherwise, there's a QR code. But we'll get right back into the gameplay.
They switched up beater, I think. The
I see that Lena is
Griffins
joined
switched-
in.
Lena, yes, Lena is beater instead of Squidcrow. Just interesting because she's not even listed as a beater.
That is
And
true.
Very interesting.
I'm not
Very
sure if I ever
interesting.
saw her on beater. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
DayTeasy, you can, going back to that website, if you were to look over on the left-hand side here, there's team rosters. And so if we expand it, you can go ahead and see all the participating teams. You can see what roles they have as their primary, what ones they have as their secondary. And so you're able to kind of see what people play, and you can always see their subs that they have as well throughout the full rosters. But we'll go ahead and get into this. I think they're right now queuing up.
Also, Sarah, how are you not going to blood just? Very
I think you
simple.
died. I think you died
You
very
don't
often.
play
to
Swift
blood.
Stick. You don't play Swift Stick. It's simple. You play the gold Nimbus. Nimbus is still
Okay.
the DMJ of brooms and QC. Simple as that. Period. End of debate.
Sarek, there is a space bar, by the way. You click that when the little red thingy comes to you. You are on Swift Stick, though, so you are definitely going to be having that issues.
Yes. So you have like one health. So basically one tap by every mosquito that's crossing your way.
DayTZ Crazy Comms is indeed a good team. Definitely no bias here because myself, Tux, and Neo, who is also in this call casting right now, we're all part of Crazy Comms. And we went 2-0 in our game earlier.
Win 240-0.
Well, I didn't want to go that far. But yes, we won 20-0 in both of our games.
It's a Swift Stick. You have Swift Stick on all of you. That's interesting. On all rolls. Wow.
He just
Never
likes,
saw-
likes the skin. It's a
Never
goated
saw
skin.
before. Never saw that before.
It is definitely a good skin.
It is the goated. It is a goated skin.
It
I
is a
love it.
goated skin, but it's always also a one-hit skin. So
Yeah, that's transmog.
and
please.
also you're kind of relying on the keeper rings if you're playing that broom.
Yeah.
So the keeper rings have to be on point in order to play that for full potential. Yeah, go Nimbus. Go Nimbus. You're not dying that much.
The glaze is crazy right now by DayTC.
No hype for Rajan, though. He's like, you also got Skinny, Omakata, Shoni.
Mhm.
Yeah, Power Draw, he's the GOAT.
River as a top 10 beater?
Out of 10 beaters in the game, yes.
Good comms, good comms.
A very good call. Region is the goat. Invulnerable today.
No, Jean is.
Wait, they're switching out Lina again? Was that a neverminder or
I'm not sure
she
if
just
they.
crashed?
Maybe they called up Ketchup. Maybe they're like, hey, Ketchup, get on now.
That
It's
would be
1-1.
very interesting, yes. I would love to see that. Question is if they do that.
I mean, the thing is, we're indeed pretty stacked. Our bench is slowly. I don't know. Our bench is almost too good as well. It's pretty sad to say, but which is also pretty good. On the other hand, you gotta love having a good bench, so you can just kind of chill and relax.
Sarek's
In
over
some
here showing
games.
off his build. He's currently running 064.
What am I looking at?
What is this?
Okay. Okay.
We'll go ahead and get that off of the screen right now. Let's take
That
a look
is
at
an
Squires. We're looking at Fatty Bo Matty.
Crazy.
I think
Wow.
that's a bait.
That's a bait, yeah. He doesn't
Surely
reach like
not.
that. That would be
It's
wow.
actually mental. There's the sacrificing one timer is
I'm
crazy.
interesting to see how he's scoring without the 30% faster quaffle and the charge up shot.
Oh yeah, charge throw is definitely something that is required.
then
It feels like.
The quaffle is so slow if you don't have the 30%.
Yep.
Like, let's be real here. That's
Although with
you
Swift
need
Stick, he's dodging left and right, and the times that he's scoring, it's close to the goal. It's not like he's throwing really far.
Yes, but still, the way he's scoring, he's pretty far away from the keeper. What I saw mostly from him, he's dodging up and shooting at the same time, and then the quaffle have some good airtime. And if it's slower, then keeper have like more time to react to that.
You play. Wait. So what am I reading? You playing Swift Stick at the back with Swift Stick who has no boost efficiency, with no one timer.
I mean,
What am I
okay,
reading?
maybe
It's crazy. At least play Cavalier.
maybe he's gonna surprise us. But
Why does Tuck sound like
I'm-
he's in a cave? He is in a
I'm-
cave.
I'm indeed in the cave. I got enslaved by Skinny to play this game.
Yeah. To satisfy Skinny's fetishes, so he makes a go to the team. This is one of the craziest fucking chaser builds I've seen. You genuinely.
Sarek is
Germany would say-
054. Where's the other one that you're missing?
No, in Germany you say luck is often to this build. It's actually. It's not a stable build.
I mean, I guess that build would somehow maybe eventually make sense if you play in the back
Yes,
and if you have chases in front of you. But what I saw, like the last couple rounds, that you're the one who's in front. So who are you gonna boost off? There's no one in front of you.
Oh. The enemy.
So to all
Maybe.
53 of you watching right now, to any of the new people that just came in, right now we're currently at the Knockout Griffins versus the Knockout Squires. It's a 1-1 game right now, best of 3. So whoever wins this next match wins it all currently. Right now we're just waiting for the teams to queue up so that way they can get into the same game together. And not entirely sure what we're waiting on here, but we were seeing a team swap, it looks like on the Griffins side, where they might be getting Lina in.
Also, we have another POV. I don't know if you want to put that up, but I think Gertnet started streaming too.
Gurnet's stream was lagging a little bit, so I
Oh.
do see that. There's a lot of people in their Discord right now watching, but his resolution's a little bit lower. Maddie's is a little bit cleaner. Winner does
Nice.
take it all. So Day, right now
Winner.
they are currently sharing their screen in a Discord call, and that's that way people are able to watch it, but we're currently pulling that. I currently have something inside of both of the channels, so that way I'm able to take Squires, what you're looking at now, and we can look over here at Griffins. There we go. And we see Sarek typing right now. Say hashtag Sarek if you see this. We see right now they're trying to get their team all together so that way they can try and Q snipe right now. But we're able to do this perspective swap, able to switch Squires to Griffins.
W Rishi in chat.
Ketchup, we see the Ketchup enter the team.
Wait,
Oh,
no
there
way.
we go.
No
We see
way.
Ketchup from the Griffins, their main beater, coming in.
That's what I
What
wanted
the
to see
hell?
from the beginning.
The Griffins were
now-
delaying this.
Now I'm really excited for this.
No, same.
I want to see if Ketchup is washed or if he's taking out the mentor left and right. I want to see that.
For those that don't know, this team right now, they had Lena and they had Squid Crow Horse on beater for a second. They were running Squid for the first 2 games, and then Lena maybe was going to swap in, but then they got Ketchup. Ketchup's their main beater. This is the one that they wanted from the first place, and he is a decent beater.
And I'm just gonna say this: by looking at the last rounds, the snitch was very, very close every time, almost every time. I think there was one where it wasn't.
This could be the difference now
But
with
I
the snitch
think
gameplay.
Ketchup, yes, Ketchup can make a difference here with some tackles. Like every tackle is 5%, and if he's landing like 3 or 4 of them, I think they can get double.
Switching over real quick, seeing the Squires, no changes there. They're going to be running the same team right now. But if they're able to get the sticks the same way that they're shutting down Sarek, this might come down to the Quaffle gameplay. Because the Squires were still putting up points on the Quaffle.
Yes, but also last game I think Sarek got robbed like 3 or 4 goals by the beater by killing him over and over again. Now I'm interested to see if that's still happening with Ketchup.
Just depends
Or
on if we see
Ketchup.
Ketchup tunnel focus the snitch or if he'll actually
Yes.
play a little bit of the Quaffle gameplay.
Yes. I mean, if he's taking out the beater couple times, that could also have an impact.
This is true.
That is true. But the question is, can Ketchup not tackle AIs and tackle real players?
I think he can.
Crazy comms from Neo in the casting desk here.
Well,
But
you gotta be
also,
open on
also
the
the,
desk.
the question is Ketchup just back from something, and is this his first round now?
Well, I have a... You know what happened, Tux? You know, here's my assumption what happened. So, you know when we're usually like, just playing pubs and you're saying like you're watching a movie? I think that's like how Ketchup kind of was. Like he was just like kind of like falling asleep in his chair, but like, alright, my team got this all. And
I
then
don't
he just
think
like...
so.
You know, one hand somewhere else, the other hand like kind of sitting like on the keyboard, fully leaned back. So I think that's what kind of happened right there.
All right, we see both teams currently creating a team now. Squires with the finding game, waiting for Griffins right now. You see they're currently on finding game.
There is no commercials, Mr. Rishi.
Currently finding server on both sides right now.
That's pretty good.
Both are on Ilvermorny. This looks like we'll be getting into our final game 3.
Game
I-
3.
Personally, I hate Ilvermorny because I can't see the snitch. But
Entering the
playing?
casting boost, we got Omakata right now.
Oh,
That's
Fires,
almost-
Squires, and the Griffins.
yes.
By the way, Omakata, I'm
Casting
currently live. You will be heard.
Okay. Fire.
You can cast with us.
With casting.
Almost full crazy comp casting here.
Yep.
We're John Full Mood in here, but yeah.
All right,
Okay, I'm
going
gonna
right into it.
I'm gonna deafen.
All right,
'Cause I'm playing COD.
No, you're playing QC now.
Wild Comms. All right, we're in the
Wild
game right
Comms.
now. Currently, we see Sarek taking possession. The bludger is going right
Getting-
after him again. He needs to learn how to dodge those bludgers. He asked us, got responses, but he still didn't play space. Not at the right time.
Oh, the lob
No.
failed.
Oh,
Wild
Wild
that
out
was a
there.
fail.
Fatty takes possession of it. We'll go ahead and switch over to Squires gameplay right now. They pass back to Keeper.
Bit of a messy
Uh,
back pass.
No, wait. Was it the mentor who died? No, it wasn't. It was Big Zave who's dead.
Yep, Big Zave
When
died
Ricky-
already.
That's
It's rough.
interesting.
There we go. And right off the bat, Squires with a goal, 10-0. And they
That's
got a
super
kill
rough.
on the Seeker, and so currently that's the lead right now for Squires on the snitch gameplay. We're going to switch over and see the Griffins' perspective. Sparks with possession currently.
Wait, did Zave got bumped or did he died? Why is the snitch meter so
died.
low? He died?
He died. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fatimo Matty takes possession again, switching over to his perspective over here on Squires. He had the pass to Harry, sets up a one-timer, and a good pass, but gets the ring.
The hoops, was it a Sparks that saved it, I think? With
Yeah,
one timer?
it was a Sparks.
So the hoops still is striking again here. That's interesting.
If they're still in there. And a good
Oh.
one-timer right there from Sarek.
I think the keeper was dead. He just respawned.
Yeah, currently 10-10 right now. Snitch
Kinda
gameplay
even
is
snitch
pretty
meter.
even right now.
Yeah.
See Squires with possession, holding the hero kick. We'll switch over real quick. We see Big Zave. Oh, and Sarek
nice
just
tackle.
got the kill right there on the beater. That's going to save their Seeker a little bit of trouble.
A nice
I'm
save
still
as
missing
well.
some tackles from Ketchup here on the Seeker.
Yeah, Snitch gameplay is still really close. I think right now, it's pretty much any game,
both-
a bump right there.
Both died one time, I think.
Yep.
So
Sarek taking possession right back to the keeper. Sarek taking
Taking
possession
some
again
boots.
easily.
Mm.
Passing to
Failed
nobody.
shovel. No, it was a failed shovel pass.
Yeah, failed shovel.
also, what I noticed on Sarek, he's always dodging after picking up the ball, and I think this just lost him the ball because he dodged into the wall.
Yeah, Sarek wasn't able to get it in time. Squires get another goal. It's currently 20-10. Squires lead. Snitch gameplay, anyone's game right now. Switching over to Squires, we can see that that bar is a little bit higher. Dementor is still leading just a little bit. Sarek taking
Yeah.
possession with Fatty right behind him. Fatty misses that. We're on Sarek's perspective now. And a lob
God.
over.
Scammed. That was a scam, right?
That was a crazy shot right there. Crazy. He really had that in his hand.
Yeah.
Back into the gameplay now.
Oh, the mentor. No, Big Save is pretty close to catch. Interesting. I think the
And
mentor
a
died.
great
One
one-timer by Sarek.
The mentor, I think he actually died. Because the snitch is like in Big Save's favor right now by a lot.
Yeah, Dementor seemed to have died there. Big Zave is currently half as well, though. You can see in bottom
keeper-
left, you can see their health bars currently.
Oh, the
The
keeper's dead.
keeper is dead
Keeper's
with the
dead
ball in the hand.
With
That's
ball.
that's
Nice. And Sarek. 40-20 currently. Griffins lead. Snitch is really close. We see Sarek entering into the punching gameplay. Right now, it's really anyone's game. And Big Zave's done. Big Zave's down. That's currently huge for the Squires.
He went right into the hero kick with the tackle from the beater, I think. That was...
And a catch by
Oh,
Dementor.
wow.
That's the Squires currently. 50-40, lead by 10.
Very close game now.
Kind of depends on the next snitch, I would say. So...
Yeah, it's going to come down to the second snitch here and seeing if they're able to at least score enough goals. Zave's definitely going to be mad about dying there. Really close. We do see
Yeah.
Squires do find the snitch to get the extra 5% right off the bat. Little bonus there. Fatty Momati with possession. A good pass. He tried to shovel pass to a teammate knowing that the bludger was incoming. Switch over to Sarek taking possession here. And a long
long
shot.
shot.
What a crazy long shot there.
What?
Wow. Nice one.
Wild long shot there.
It's really well played right there. But
Just
Really
evened
well
out
played.
everything. Oh, he got scammed.
We currently are checking on the Squires now with possession. Harry with a pass into a one-timer by Gertnet, 60-50, keeping that 10-point difference.
I think Sarah got hunted down there a bit by Ketchup again. He's like one hit the whole time, getting punched by everybody.
Yeah, we do see Sarek right now in the red, and it's
Yes.
fallen right now by Fatty. Squires
They
with
don't want him to
possession.
score. I think Sarek scored all 5 goals for
He did.
them, so it makes sense to take him out at this point.
Right now, the snitch gameplay does seem to be in the lead by the Griffins, just a little bit. One bump can change that and sway in anyone's direction. We see Sarek with possession. We're going to be switching over to my bad. Sarek right there with possession now.
This is gonna more likely come down to the snitch again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting
now,
close.
it looks
Anyone's game. Gurtney with
so close
possession.
again.
Sarek getting bludgers thrown at him left and right.
Now Big Save is a bit of an lead. I think he bumped something.
And another goal by Squires.
Oh, never mind.
Harry with
This
another
is gonna be
score.
very close.
They've
That meter filling
Dave's
fast.
gonna catch here, I think.
Meter is feeling really fast right now for the Griffins. If they catch this, though, Squires only need a 1-point lead to bring it into overtime.
Oh, the
18
punch
seconds.
connected.
Oh,
If they can stall
Punch is
this, that
great.
way nobody catches, that's also going to be huge. There's currently 10 seconds going left into this.
Oh my god.
Who
That's
catches
so
the snitch
close.
here
Final
wins the
seconds.
game.
everybody's
5,
behind them.
4,
Gets it.
3, 2, 1.
No,
No catch there.
that's crazy.
The Squires clutch with a 70-50 lead. Nobody gets a second snitch.
Wow.
I think Zave got punched there 2 times at the end, and that just
Yeah.
stole them the game. That's
Crazy
crazy.
clutch there by the Squires winning it.